Hello and welcome back to David's Closet. If you're new here, welcome. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Emphasis on the subscribe. If you're returning, thank you so much for returning and subscribing. On this channel, we talk about handbags, accessories, and fashion from the male point of view. So if you're into that kind of thing, subscribe, do all the things. Sorry, it's been a really long day and I am not here, but I want to get this filmed. It's Wednesday, it's my lunch break, because if I don't film it now, I'm not going to film it because there's just too much going on. So I am doing a collaboration video, and I realize I left my papers downstairs, so I gotta go get those in a second. With Touch Jean. This video is 5 brands that I will be buying from. I'm gonna tag his channel below and his video, and then he got the idea from a couple other creators who were also really fun to watch, so I will tag them below as well. Thanks so much for the tag, Jean, I appreciate it. So, before we get started, we'll do a really quick bag of the week. And it's just my black Prada satchel. Nothing crazy here. I do love this bag very much though. So I am going to jump into it and go rather fast. So what I will do is over here in the corner, I will pop up pictures of the bags that I'm going to talk about on top of my cat tree here. And like I said, just going to go through them really quickly. Not a lot of detail. I really just want to get this filmed so I can get a video up. I hope someday my work will calm down and I can actually dedicate a little bit more time and not be exhausted after work. So there are 5 brands that I want to add to my closet. And I chose brands that I currently don't have. Sorry, I'm out of breath because I also ran 2 flights down and 2 flights back up to get this paper. So I chose 5 brands that I currently don't have. My luxury wish list video, some of these may be on there. If you go back about a year ago, I made a video about my luxury wish list. I was going to redo that as well, but this kind of supplements that for a while. So, like I said, I chose 5 brands or designers that I currently don't own. And I will start with number 1 that I'm hoping to buy very soon. And that is Givenchy. And that is the Antigona, or Antigona, however you say it. In the small size, in the grained leather. I don't want the smooth leather. I have other smooth leather bags and they show every scratch, nick, and scrape. I really like pebbled because it kind of hides and camouflages some of those flaws and imperfections and damages and things that happen with use. I want it primarily in black with the silver hardware. I love that combination, and I have a lot of black bags, but I don't have anything black and silver except my Chanel Grand Shopping Tote. And I love that bag, but that bag is a breed of its own. So I want something a little bit smaller and a little bit more of the satchel shape. So for example, you know, the Antigona is very similar to this, but it's silver and it's just a little bit different, more structured. I love it. I want the version that has the detachable handle. It's my understanding that there's a certain year range that they were made where the strap does not detach, and I don't want that because, as you know, I don't usually use shoulder straps on bags. I prefer to carry them top handle. So trying to find one that is the detachable strap model in my price range. Probably something I'm going to buy pre-loved just because they're $2,300 to $2,400 new, and you can see them on Fashion File for anywhere from just over $1,000 to about $1,600. And sometimes the condition is very close to like new. Sometimes it's not. So obviously I'm not going to buy one that has damage or a lot of wear, but I'm okay with a few little nicks and scrapes as long as I feel like the price reflects that. I don't foresee myself buying this new just because of the price tag. You know, when I can save right at $1,000 or more, I'm definitely going to try to find one pre-loved. The next is Goyard, and I don't know if I've talked about this bag before. I believe I have, or this brand. The one I want is actually not the tote that everyone has. It's very cute, but as I've discovered with some of my tote bags, big floppy totes, kind of like my Ophidia from Gucci, they're not my favorite kinds of bags. I love them, but I don't use them a lot because of the size and the structure. So I found one, and it's called the Sac Rouette PM. I am Uncultured Swine, so I'm probably butchering that name, so I'm also going to put it in a text format under here, as well as throw up a picture. And I want it in this pretty box blue color. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. I've seen these on Fashionphile going anywhere from $1,100 to like $1,800. I know that it's hard to get your hands on some of these bags, obviously new. It's my understanding that you can only purchase them at a retail store. You can't order them online, anything like that. So for me, I'm going to have to try to find one pre-loved. So that's definitely something I'm interested in. I just like how it's not a tote, but it's a good sized bag, and it has a strap that can be either a crossbody or shoulder, or you can double it up, kind of like a Chanel chain, and carry it either top handle or like a shoulder bag. I just really like it. The size looks great. It looks a little bit more structured than a regular Go-Yard bag. I know Coach Gene mentioned in his video that the canvas is known to be very thin, therefore people question the quality. I feel like on these bags, the canvas looks doubled. It looks thicker. I don't know if there's another form of material inside to help kind of hold the bag and hold its shape, but that's why I like this over the tote. The next brand is actually a brand that we used to have a retailer. We used to have a storefront here where I live, but it closed, unfortunately. But it's a very underrated brand, and that's why I like it, because I like things that are not as boom in your face. And this is actually Burberry. So the one I like right now, and I'll show a picture of it, it's pre-loved here in Fashionphile. It's called the Vintage Check Mini Two-Handle Title Bag in Archive Beige. So I'll just throw it up here. It's just very pretty. It's a very structured bag. It's a little bit more formal. To me, it kind of falls in line with my Prada Galleria style of bags. Very structured. But I love the color combinations. I love the rich brown handles. I do love the classic canvas print of the Burberry design. It's not logo mania, but you know what it is by looking at it, but it's not in your face with a logo like LV monogram. So I just really like the bag. There's a lot of compartments inside. Burberry is known for quality. I feel like their prices are usually pretty good, especially pre-loved. They hold their value, but they don't hold their value as well as other bags, so you can still get a little bit better of a deal. Now this bag seems a little bit high, but that is something that's definitely in my head. And there's also a couple of just full leather Burberry bags that I've seen in a really rich navy blue color. Again, if I can find some, I'll throw them up, but I really like those as well. So that's definitely a brand that I want to add to my collection. The next is YSL, or Yves Saint Laurent. I just watched The Devil Wears Prada, so I really don't have anything actually from any of these brands. So I don't know why I'm saying that. But YSL is a brand that there's really not a lot out that I actually like, if I'm being honest. A lot of their bags are very small shoulder crossbody style bags. They're very pretty, but as I've discussed, I don't typically buy luxury brand bags of that style because I'm not going to carry it a lot. I'd rather buy a Coach pillow tabby and save $1,000 and still have a fun evening bag. Or my Coach Cassie I paid $250 for. Things like that, as far as evening style bags or just small bags, because my daily items, I carry too much junk to fit in one of those skinny bags. So I won't spend that kind of money on one of those. But there is the Baby Cabas bag. And I think it comes in other sizes. I don't know if baby's considered the size or not, but I've seen this in a couple sizes and colorways, and I think it's very pretty. It reminds me a lot of the Burberry bag that I referenced earlier. Just very simple, classic design. I really like this blue color. As long as it's still available, I will throw a picture of the blue one I'm referencing up here. Again, don't know if this is a bag I would buy new because I feel like the price on Fashionphile is way less than what it is new. Probably about 50% of what it would cost. So this is a bag I would definitely buy pre-loved. But again, the condition on these, kind of like the Antigona, you have to really look at the condition really well to make sure you're not getting something with more wear than you desire. So you just have to keep that in mind when you purchase these. These bags tend to wear a little bit more heavy. I also like the small sac de jour. There's one in a pretty gray color. Again, if I can find it, I'll throw it up. If not, I'll throw a generic one up that I really, really want. I just think they're really cute. But again, like the Prada Galleria and the Burberry bag I mentioned earlier, Very structured, very formal. Not sure how much use I would get out of it because of that. I don't carry my Galleria very much because it's just so formal looking. It just doesn't really go with anything. So not sure if I would ever actually buy the bag, but again, it's a bag I would buy pre-loved because they're half the price pre-loved than they are brand new. Again, keeping in mind the condition because these bags tend to have a lot of wear. The last brand that I want to buy from soon is Christian Dior. And there's... Hey, interrupting the video real quickly to let you know, there actually is a current style bag that you're going to see a video of. The vintage bag I referenced is no longer available. Currently not really a current style that Christian Dior sells that I want. I like the saddlebags. I think they're very cool, but I would probably purchase a vintage Dior. And I'll throw some up if I can find some. I see them occasionally on Fashion File. Really like the Boston bags, obviously. Kind of like my Fendi Boston. Something like that is probably what I'd want to add. I do prefer vintage bags. So that to me is just kind of a win. Because A, it's going to be far less expensive than a new Christian Dior. And it's going to be vintage. It's going to have some history to it. Is what I want to add to my collection. So, this video was horrible and I'm sorry. It's just been one of those days where I am mentally drained and it's only noon. So I have so much work to do and that's all I can focus on right now. So thank you so much for being here and watching. Again, to my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. I do promise the videos will get back to a more full and robust content once I can just kind of get a few things over the finish line at my full-time job, and then of course working in real estate as well. I'm just constantly busy and I got a haircut and I don't like the way it looks now. Anyway, life is just hard, guys, sometimes, so keep that in mind. But I hope you like this video. If you know anything about these bags or have any feedback about them, please let me know because these are all bags that I am considering purchasing at some point. And I would love to know your feedback. If you have experience with the bags, etc., let me know. Please, please, please. As always, subscribe, like, and comment. And we will see you on the next video next Sunday. Thank you so much.